Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. We're going to have a wonderful show tonight, and I've got quite a few things to talk about. First of all, we are. I would like to talk about. I always like to have a little bit of a spiritual talk before we start with. I believe we will have 2 callers phoning in, so that will be good. And so one of the things that I always think is quite important is, well, first of all, we're in a new year. We're approaching Valentine's Day, and I think that when we come into a new year, certainly at the beginning of the year, we start to think about how we want to do things and how life is going to change and things like that. And one of the things that I think is one of the most powerful things that you can do to change is forgiveness. And forgiveness comes from the heart. And if you can forgive aspects of what's going on in your life, then what you're doing is you're taking away the pain from yourself, because the hurt and the anger and the anguish towards another person actually never really reaches them. It just sits with you, and it's you that perhaps may get ill or hurt or suffer from that anguish. And so to have forgiveness, what you're doing is you're just letting it go, and like a dove going off into across the water, which symbolizes peace. And peace is so important as well to have in your life. And peace again comes from the heart. And if we can enter peace into our own hearts, that's where peace starts. That's where it starts in the world. And I think everyone on this planet would say, I don't want to have wars, and I want to have peace in the world, and I want to have harmony, etc., etc. And that has to start from within. And I know that, for a lot of us, we would say that we are peaceful, and we are that way inclined. And I'm sure most of the listeners and to this show are indeed that way. But it's interesting, isn't it? Peace has to start within, and it's like a stone, it's like a pebble that just gets dropped into the ocean. And with that pebble, it ripples out to many people, to many nations, to many powerful people in the world. And I also think that the power of prayer to bring about peace is so important. And if we can have prayer in our minds to ask out to God and to those highly evolved spirits to bring peace to our world, I think that's such a sort of a great thing to do, because it the more people that do it, the more that we can potentially have this sort of impact into our world. And I think it's so important to have that peace, because there is always sort of difficulties that are going on around the world, and I know that aspects of South America are struggling. North Korea, Syria, the Middle East, are all sort of areas where there is a little bit of discord. And I think if we, because we are all, I'm sure by listening to this show and being part of this show, we're all spiritual people. And if we send out those thoughts of peace and love and harmony, and ask the spirit world to help our world become more peaceful, then it will be like I guess we could call it like a tsunami that rolls in across our world, that energy and that light that can roll in and bring about a change in our world, so that we can all live in peace and in love. So that's my little talk for this evening. And that was completely inspired by my guides. So that's interesting. They came forward this evening. But I know that we've got some readers that are eagerly waiting some listeners that are eagerly waiting for a reading. Getting my words muddled up. Sorry about that. But I know that we have one reader, Althea, in Montgomery, Alabama. Are you there, Althea?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
I am here.
Althea.
Hello.
Do you know what I love? I love about speaking to people in the Americas. They always call me ma'am.
Yes, and then I'm in the South, so we were raised to say ma'am and sir, so it's a part of the Southern hospitality thing, I think.
You're raised properly.
Yes,
and you've got a really unusual name, Althea. That's really quite unusual, isn't it? I've never heard of that name. It's lovely.
Yes, it is. My mother, she said that it belonged to her roommate in college, and she promised her next daughter, which was me. So that was where it came from.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely story. Anyway, so you haven't rang up for a little chat, have you? We're going to see if we can do a reading for you. Is there anywhere that you'd like me to focus? Is there aspects of your life, or would you like to connect with somebody in particular in the spirit world?
Actually, my love life and finances, I think, are probably my main focus. So
yes, yeah.
I think we would rather go in that direction.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to jump straight into, because I'm being drawn to your finances, and I just want to jump into that area first of all, because I just get this feeling that your finances has been very much sort of stop start, and I get the feeling that there has been times in your life where you felt comfortable, and other times where it's like, where is it all gone? And it's just been like if I were to draw a graph, I'd have the sort of the line going all the way up and then all the way back down again.
And then all the way down, yes. Yes, you are very right. No in between.
And I just get the feeling that you've gone all the way down, you're turning the corner, and there's a little bit of light that's starting to sort of go up the other side. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does make sense. I actually just a week ago, actually this last 7 days, I actually just was able to file bankruptcy. So this is like the beginning of my new start officially. So yes, that would completely make sense.
Yeah, because I do actually feel that there's light at the end of the tunnel for you, and I can feel that you as a person have made this is actually being quite empowering for you, because I feel with you as a person, you've made quite a few decisions of how to handle your financial affairs. And I feel that these decisions are going to be very different to how you've handled them in the past.
Than how I have previously, yes.
Yes. Yeah, because I get the feeling with you that you've learned a great deal from this whole experience that you've gone through. And I get the feeling that it's almost like you're determined to never repeat this situation again. And I can just feel you sort of like, well, this is some money for this, and this is a little bit of money for that, and you're really trying to organize your affairs very, very strictly. And I think that you're going to be doing that quite some time. And I just get this feeling that you really are getting your house in order, and I think you're going to go from strength to strength. And I get the feeling that there's somebody around you that has, and I feel that this is a gentleman that has a great deal of respect for what you're doing and how you're managing everything. Does that make sense to you?
Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Yes, it does. Actually, someone who is a fairly new acquaintance of mine, but this is something that he has kind of stepped in to help me. I'm driving his vehicle, vehicle that he owns right now because I don't have a car, so that helps me get back and forth to work. But his whole thing, he's always said, is that that it's important to him, and he respects how hard I'm going, and the fact that I haven't given up.
Absolutely,
so he really wants to help me.
He's got an enormous amount of respect for you, and I feel, and so this brings us neatly on to the next question. How smooth is that?
Right.
That's just going really neatly. But I just know that I just get the feeling with him that he would like to. I feel like he's a real. What I like about him is that he's a bit of a gentleman, and I feel that he would like to entertain the idea of having a relationship with you, and I feel that he's quite serious, and would like to sort of, he feels as though he would say to you, this is what it feels like, that he's never met anybody like you before in his life.
Oh my God. Have you been listening in on my conversations? Yes, he actually just said that to me this
morning. Well, I've been a little fly on the wall.
Oh, you are amazing. But yes, he just said that this morning. Yes.
Yeah, well, he's a good boy, isn't he? Saying things like that, I like that. He's because I just get the feeling that he would like to just go the full way, all the way with you, in a relationship, and like the house with the picket fence and sort of just he just wants everything with you. Because it's like you warm his heart, and you just he keeps
saying that to me. He keeps saying that to me. He says that my smile brightens him up and makes him feel good. So whenever he sees me, he just bursts into laughter because he said my smile just makes him feel that way. So yes.
Yeah. And you know what? He's a really kind man, and a giving man, and a loving man. And I just feel that, I just cannot imagine a problem here. I just feel that I'm feeling the love, and I'm feeling like the happiness with the two of you. And he's just such a gorgeous, scrumptious man. That's one of my made up words. It's like scrumptious and delicious, all rolled into one.
Yes. Well, he's a very, very sweet person. Just cute. Very genuine and giving and very happy, or try to be happy all the time. He's extremely. He's been very, very, very substantial. Kind of breath of fresh air, I guess.
Yeah, and I just get the feeling with him that he will do anything to help you and anything to support you. And I also get the feeling that he's sort of fairly sort of financially secure. And I also get the feeling that he would be, willing to support you in any way, and including financially as well. He's a real sweetheart.
He is.
My advice to you is grab him and don't let him go.
Really? and what is so weird is just the fact that I was in a long-term, I guess, situationship for about 3 years, and
that wasn't good. That wasn't good.
No, it was. I don't know.
I just get the feeling. Because I'm seeing in the previous relationship where I want to use the word violence with the mouth. So in other words, I feel like there's shouting words and aggression and put down and sort of things like that. And I feel that it really, in a way, it's shattered your confidence for a little while. But this new man has boosted your confidence. I think you're starting to feel your old self. And also, I feel that the previous relationship, would I be right in saying that he was implicated in some of your financial affairs?
Yes.
And so,
Yes.
like, not all of it is your fault.
No, not all of it was my fault. The previous and my situation is, if I can go a little bit into detail, it's a little bit strange. I was seeing someone who left me 5 months to the day we were supposed to be getting married, and after that, I went on a little bit of a gap where I wasn't seeing anyone, I wasn't talking to anyone. I just kind of reclused, and out of that, I began a friendship with another man. And this guy, you know, for 3 years, we were physically dealing with each other, but I wasn't ready to go full blown into a relationship. So I never took that step with him. And then as of recently, the last few months is when the new giving, you know, scrumptious guy comes along. So, so there are, you know, and the previous situation, I guess that's why that's where I'm kind of in a confusing place, I guess.
Well, I don't feel that you have a need to be confusing. This guy that you've met is really lovely, and I just wish you. I feel that he will ask you to marry him as well. I just get that feeling.
He's already mentioned it. Yeah, he's definitely said it. I guess because he said, like I said, that he's never got this feeling that he feels, and he's never met anyone like me, and he wants to lock it down.
And I'm being told that you will, if you choose to embark on this relationship, it will end up in a happy relationship for the rest of your life. And so go for it. It's and I feel there's a strong soul connection as well. There's the soul connection. But I must leave it there because I've got another caller waiting and we're running out of time.
Yes,
but Althea, yes, ma'am. Oh, I love it. Call me ma'am again. But anyway, Althea, it's it's lovely to speak to you, and I wish you well. Thank you very much for calling in. Anyway, we have another caller, Erin, in New Philadelphia, Ohio. Are you there, Erin?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Erin. Thank you for waiting. And how are you this evening? Are you okay?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. And so I'm a medium and I'm a psychic, which means I can look at aspects of your life or connect to somebody in the spirit world. Is there a particular way that you'd like me to work and where to focus?
Yes. My brother had passed away August 22nd, 2017, and he hid something on August 20th, 2017, and I'd like to know where. And if I could connect with my brother, that would be great.
Right, okay. Well, I can't promise anything, and I've only got 8 minutes left, so let me just see what we can do. Okay, your brother is just. I feel that there's a young man here, and he's come in straight away. And he's first of all he's wanting to apologise to you because I feel like he's made a bit of a mess up, of things. Feel like it's caused all sorts of sort of family problems. His passing. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, so sorry, and I get the feeling that that there's a sort of a division in the family as a result, and he's saying to me that he never really wanted to create that situation. He never wanted his family to be like this, and he's apologizing, and particularly I feel that he wants to apologize to you. Because I feel that it in some way it's hurt you the most with his passing. He's saying to me that you and him were very close and had a really good friendship. I feel that he didn't. There's something that he didn't confide in with you, that he regrets not doing that. And because I can sort of almost hear you saying, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Sort of, I could have helped you, or, something like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay for me to continue on?
Yes.
And he's taken me outside, and I feel that I need to go outside with what he's got, because he doesn't make me feel like it's in the house, like it's gone somewhere else. Yeah, it would be outside somewhere. Yeah, he's taken me outside, and I feel like I want to dig a hole, and I buried it.
Oh, yes.
Because he's showing me a spade, and I'm digging the ground, and I'm burying something. He's doing it all by anything? Well, I'm just sort of asking him for that. Right, it's showing me like a front garden to the house, to the building,
for the garden,
and then he's showing me like a big tree, like it's an old tree. It looks like, the bark. He's showing me the bark, and the bark that you have on an oak tree. Are you from an oak tree are very prominent in England, so I don't know how many oak trees there are in America, but oak trees have that sort of wrinkly bark. Do you know the sort of bark that I mean? Yeah. And he's showing me a really old tree like that. And I feel like it's a nice tree. It's old, and it's got long branches, really old. And he's showing me this tree, and he's and as I look at the tree, it's, if I look at the tree and imagine it's got a clock going round it, I feel that he's buried it at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock, yeah. But that's as I look at the tree. But it depends on where I'm standing, and he's not giving me that. But he's making me feel it's the natural way that you would face the tree, because it's not comfortable to stand on any other side. It's like the natural way, and he's showing me this tree. But he's also showing me the front of the house, and I don't feel this tree is that far away. It almost he's making me feel as though you can either walk to it very quickly, or you can actually see it from your house.
Okay. Was the area that he buried this in, was he comfortable there? Like, familiar with that area?
Yes. He says that he has memories from the past there. Like, it's a place that he would regularly go to. It's not a new place that he's discovered. He's familiar with it. And I feel that, and he's telling me that you would know about this tree, you would know this place, because you and him would have gone there when you were children. And that's what he's saying to me. Do find me on Facebook if you need to have any more information.
What was the name on Facebook?
Gail Moffat, Gail, and then Moffat is Moffat.